music blared throughout the Florida Theater while people filled the house to celebrate the 30th anniversary of its restoration. The crowd included a lot of people who remember the theater's early years. Betsy Lovett was one of them.
It enlightens my soul. It's just alive, but it always is. I've been very partial to this theater for so long. It's just so, and the renovation is beautifully done. And to be able to be here and enjoy it and have so many people tonight, it's a pleasure and a privilege.
Lovett was born and raised in Jacksonville. She remembers when the theater showed movies on Saturday mornings, and it only cost 3 nickels to get in the door.
Well, I tell you, it was actually before World War II, which is like 100 years ago, it seems. But I was born in Avondale, a marvelous part of the city, and why I love being here tonight is brings such memories back. We were little people, maybe 9 or 10 years old, and we'd take the city bus downtown on Saturday mornings for the favorite matinee here at the Florida Theater.
The theater attracted some of the biggest stars of the 20th century, on film and in person. Former Mayor Jake Godbold played a big part in keeping the Florida Theater up and running. He remembers seeing the king of rock and roll play there.
I was born and raised in Jacksonville. I enjoyed many movies here and enjoyed seeing Elvis Presley for the first time here.
The theater was successful for many years, but like many grand places built in the 1920s, time finally caught up with it. The Florida Theater closed its doors in 1980. But Jacksonville movers and shakers who grew up going to this theater wanted to do whatever they could to restore it to its former glory. Jeff Dunn was one of them.
And then with downtown kind of falling apart for a while and everybody moving to the suburbs, then theaters went there too, and this sort of fell on hard times.
Dunn helped raise the money to restore the theater. He was there for the grand opening in 1983 and was delighted to attend this anniversary party.
30 years ago, I stood on the stage to announce the opening and whatnot, and to be here now 30 years later and see that it's so successful is not only gratifying, I have to say, but it just speaks well for the city of Jacksonville and the fact that we all pulled together to make this happen.
Vincent Irapoli is the director of marketing for the Florida Theater. He showed me some of the renovations along with some of the history that has been preserved.
Now the main entrance, which is where we're standing right now, has single and double doors of copper and glass, which these are the original doors from 1927. The original ticket office, it's also made of copper and glass.
The theater was built in 1927, and since then it's seen a lot of activity, some being paranormal.
We have a ghost light that we keep on stage every night to light the way for them. It goes right center stage every night without fail.
Patrons and staff say that they've actually seen the ghost, and it even has its own seat. It sits right here in row E of the mezzanine for every performance. Yes, the theater has been around for a while, but the Florida Theater still manages to book some of the hottest artists. Eric Norman has been a member for 21 years now, and he drives a long way to see the shows here.
My wife and I actually live in South Georgia, we're from Brunswick, and we come here a couple of times a month to different shows, and we enjoy a variety of shows. Almost everything. We've done classical, anything from Alison Krauss to Alice Cooper.